The first time I played the Metro games was the first Metro, which was Metro 2033. It was released back in 2010, and it literally doesn't seem like it's been 9 years, but it's been 9 years already. First time I played the game, I played it on the Xbox 360 at a friend's house, and it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it has. It's been a really long time, and the Metro series is one of my favorite series out of all the single player games that I've played. I remember beating the game on Xbox, then I beat it on PC, and then I beat it again on PC when they came out with the Redux version a little bit after Metro Last Light, which I finished Metro Last Light. Metro Last Light. I don't know how many times I finished it. I'm pretty sure I did at least one full playthrough, but I don't remember exactly if I played it a second time, but I enjoyed 2033 a lot more for some reason. One of the biggest things that got me with Metro was the storytelling. It's definitely a lot different than a lot of single-player games that are out there. Out of most of the FPS games that I've played that are based around single-player, I would say Metro Exodus has one of the best stories. The Metro series is actually based off a novel written by Dmitry Glafkowski. I believe I'm saying that correct, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't hate me on it. I'm doing my best here. Dimitri's actually featured in one of the promotional videos for Metro Exodus, which was the special edition crate. You can find it on YouTube. It's actually pretty cool. You should check it out. The games are based off the Metro 2033, Metro 2034, and Metro 2035 novels. Honestly, out of all the three games, I think the graphics definitely take the cake with Exodus. I actually played the game with the 1060 when it first came out, and it looked good. Like, I had to turn down the graphics just a little bit, but overall the game looked really good, and I didn't run into too many FPS issues, but I ran into a little bit, and then I stopped playing the game for a little bit. I got a 2080 and I told myself I'd finish it, and I did. I still had some problems with the 2080. I'm not exactly sure why, but the RTX, the ray tracing, was giving me a lot of issues. I'm not exactly sure what was going on with that, but I updated my graphics drivers and everything. It was still giving me problems. I think the only way that I was able to actually get ray tracing to work at one point was to run it through the GeForce Experience, which I did, and it looked really, really good. I don't think I got it to work in any of the footage that you're seeing, but it definitely looks really, really nice, and if you have an RTX card, you have to try Metro Exodus. Exodus, for some reason, gives me a huge Stalker vibe. I didn't play too much Stalker back in the day, and for those of you who don't know what Stalker is, it's like an open world survival game based in Russia. It's like kind of like Fallout, but a little more hardcore. There's more hardcore elements thrown in there, kind of like DayZ a little bit, but kind of think DayZ, but single player only. There's monsters, there's AI and stuff. Really cool game. If you haven't played Stalker, I'd suggest looking it up on Steam. It's a really cheap game. The graphics are kind of outdated, but it's still good. I never finished any of the games, but I believe I played all of them. I'm not 100% sure. there's actually a mod that's free to play. It's Anomaly, and it takes the assets from one of the games, and it's basically just play it for free. You don't have to have the game download or anything on Steam. Not getting too off topic, Exodus really reminds me of Stalker, mostly because of the open world elements that are in the game. Seeing as Exodus isn't 100% linear, you're actually free to roam around some of the levels. And there's 3 big levels that you can roam. One of them's like a winter area, I believe it's called the Volga. The other one's it's like a kind of like a sandy area, Caspian Sea, and the last one is more like a wooded area called the Taiga, I believe. Taiga or Taiga, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Now, unfortunately for me, I've killed everything. I didn't really care about like knocking people out or trying to go stealth 100% of the time. The game really wants you to do that, and I didn't do that, and I got the bad ending, which even with the bad ending, the story and everything at the end of the game was still really, really good. But there's moral points, and the game tracks those moral points. So if instead of knocking somebody out, if you stab them in the neck instead, the moral points will go against you, unless it's bandits. I heard that if you kill bandits, you're fine, but if you kill anybody else, you're gonna have issues with your moral points. It basically is, if you kill too many enemies, rather than avoiding them or just knocking them out, you'll get negative karma points. These points will trigger random events throughout your playthrough, and people will die, and all this stuff will happen, which at first I thought it was just normal, but no, that's because of your karma. If you have bad karma, that's what happens. So you want to do your best to play stealth, unless you don't care like I did at first, and you just want to kill everything. Go for it. I've been extremely busy lately, editing videos, coming up with ideas for new content, streaming, working, and just not really having all the time in the world to play single player games. But I'm getting around to finishing another playthrough to get the good ending. Regardless though, with the bad ending, it was actually still pretty good. Now, if I can get around to it, I've been thinking about doing a playthrough series, but I'm not sure if anyone would actually be interested. And I'd hate to put all that time and effort and fill up my hard drive just to have a video that's got like 30 views, or a series of a video that has 30 views just sitting there on my channel. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might just test the waters. I know I did a stream of Metro Exodus, and it was hardcore mode, and I died a lot. Well, in the beginning I died a lot. But it was still pretty fun to play, but I definitely rather play multiplayer games on stream, just depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. If anyone thinks that they'd enjoy seeing that, then go ahead and say it down in the comments, and I'll think about doing it. But anyway, this is a random video, but I just thought I'd show some appreciation for Metro Exodus because it's a great game. The visuals are amazing. That's why I named it. The beautiful scenery. And I don't know, it's a good game. I'd check it out if you haven't already, especially if you have an RTX card, because of the ray tracing and everything. It's pretty awesome. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Have a good one. See ya.